Big debate I always hear in life is whether or not you should be public with your goals. We all have goals, and we all should, or at least some of us, most of us, want to be better, and we have targets for ourselves and we want to achieve. And sometimes in life, I say my goals to every person I know, all my close friends, and I tell them everything I want to do. And funnily enough, when I do that, no goal gets achieved. Nothing gets had. None of those goals become realized. And they were just words spoken out into the abyss. When you do that enough, people in your life, such as your parents or your friends or your partner, will hear you when you have these big ambitions, and they'll dismiss them because you've always said them to them. You've always said your goals to them. And what was the outcome? Though they weren't achieved, most of them. Now, the other side of this debate is that when you tell your goals to people, it keeps you accountable. And some of us, when we feel like we've told someone, we can't let them down. So we go out and we achieve our goals and we work hard and we take the actions towards them. But it's finding that balance of which goals you should keep private and which goals you should say out loud. Now, some goals I believe are better for you to just have in your mind and for you to go out and do the actions towards them and then afterwards be like, boom, I did it. You can show everyone the proof and you can show them the end result. Because a lot of people just see the end result anyways. They don't see the work that it takes. They don't see the repetitions. They don't see the failures. They only want to see the end goal. So you can give them the FU and be like, here's the goal, I did it. I had this goal, you didn't even know about it, I did it. I went out and achieved it because I worked in silence. That can be a strategy, that can work. And there's also publicly saying your goals. I publicly came out and said, I'm going to post every day for 75 days. And that has actually, in my brain, kept me accountable to show up even when it's late and even when I'm tired or don't feel like it or don't look good in front of the camera, to show up and make a video and talk to the camera and practice my speaking skills. That being said, I do have goals and ideas and plans that I want to keep private because, especially someone like me, I love having loads of ideas and plans, but I tell them to people and I forget about them, and it gives you the sense that you've already achieved what you told them. Saying things out loud over and over again to people reinforces in your brain and gives you the same dopamine hits of actually going out and doing it. That's why you never do it. It's like people who constantly say, oh, I'm going to go to the gym. They keep telling people that and they end up never going to the gym. So you can't give yourself that positive feedback loop of constantly telling people and getting their approval and praise and then not actually going out and doing anything. And I felt like a lot of when I was younger, that's what I used to do. I just had these big goals and big plans and told them to people, and it made me feel good because people would give me validation off the back of it. They'd be like, oh, that's sick, bro. Oh, you can do it. You can go out and do it. But it was very shallow and surface level, and that's not their fault because you shouldn't need other people constantly validating you for you to go out and do actions to achieve stuff that you want. Because at the end of the day, you're not living for someone else, you're living for yourself. So any goals you have, they should come intrinsically and they shouldn't require other people's approval. Because at the end of the day, it's you that's going to achieve the goal, not them. That was my little 2 cents on goal setting and whether or not you should be public or private with your goals. It's a good debate to have, and I certainly think context around which goal you're talking about is necessary. When it was something like content for me, I need to publicly express that for me to stay accountable on it. But there are certain goals and ambitions of mine that I should keep private and not tell people, and actually just put in the work to go out and do it. But there's a balance for sure. And I think you need to maybe think about that balance and hopefully apply it to your own life, and don't become one of those people that constantly say they think about it, or that they plan it out, or they have these big goals but they never do anything. So the main takeaway you can have from this is to just go out and take action and be uncomfortable and learn